Hello, everybody. My name is April Kelly with Make Your Wedding Amazing. I'm here today with Jeff from Impressions Photo and Video, and we are on the Meet the Pros and Ask the Pros series. So here we are today. We're going to ask Jeff a few questions that I've gotten from brides to kind of get in the head of an amazing photographer that has been there, done that, seen it all, and has so much experience that he can really offer us some tips here today. So one bride asked me, how do you prepare for pictures? You walk off the street and now you're going to take wedding pictures. What's the difference? What does a bride really need to know? Is it the makeup? Is it the lighting? What is going to make this amazing for her so that she looks her best?
So I'm actually, I'm going to go in a different direction with this. I got to tell you, I think one of the secrets is to actually schedule and do an engagement session before the wedding. See, the fact is most people are not accustomed to being professionally photographed. So chances are it's probably not a good idea to have your trial run actually be on the wedding day. So I 100% recommend booking your photographer and scheduling an engagement session. Gives you an opportunity to work with your actual photographer before the wedding. You'll find a rhythm, you'll find a happy harmony, you'll get to see what the images look like ahead of time. And this way, when your professional shows up on the day of your wedding, it's like, he's got this, been there, done that. So your confidence level is going to be a lot higher than just walking in and trying to do it cold on the wedding day.
I love that. That's so true, because then
Yeah.
you've done it already, you're comfortable, and even with the bride and groom together, maybe they've never had pictures together. How do we stand? Do we look silly? Does this look goofy? Does this
All these questions. And I got to tell you, my clients show up to engagement sessions completely frantically out of their minds. You look at them, the bride has changed her outfit 3 times that day. And every time she changes her outfit, the groom has changed his shirt. I mean, they are completely wound up. But, you start working with them, they start laughing, they loosen up a little bit, and then they see the images, and you know what, that's our first date. That's the icebreaker.
Yeah, that's really terrific advice. I love that. And I wonder if a lot of brides are not doing that because they're just thinking like maybe not spending the money on the engagement photos, but it's a twofold thing. It's getting comfortable with the photographer, getting comfortable with being on camera, and then also having those photos, because I know a lot of brides blow them up and display them on the day of the wedding, and they use those photos for so many things. So that is really important for brides to do. I love that tip. I think that with anything, when you get that experience of being on the camera, you don't want to do that on your wedding day. That's huge. I never even thought of that. I'm so glad that I asked you that. So what should a bride look for? Like, I'm a bride, I've sat down with a photographer. What do I need? What do I really need on my wedding day? How do I know that this photographer is for me?
Okay, so a couple things. First of all, probably the most important thing that I can say to you guys is make sure you're sitting down with the actual person that's going to be showing up on your wedding day. That is huge.
Yes.
Do not put yourself in a position where you're booking a huge studio and they're going to assign whoever on the day of. Because as important as the quality of the work that professional can do is the actual relationship you have with that person. You can find a photographer whose work is amazing, but honestly, if he pisses you off on the wedding day, what's the point?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number one. Personality is really, really huge. Number two, I ask my clients a lot of times, potential clients or clients, what are you looking for photography wise? Most of the time they shrug their shoulders. They say, we have no idea. And you know what? That's okay, because at the end of the day, if you see work, images that you're attracted to, that's a really good sign. You don't have to know what the images are. Are they journalistic? Are they it doesn't matter what they're called, but if you really in your heart feel somebody's work and you can see yourself in those images, that's another really great plus. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So just really, really great things. And then, you know what, as photographers, I got to tell you guys, we do it all. Before we deliver you to the venue or to the ceremony, we are your maitre d's for that morning. We are the ones that walk everybody through the day. Half the time, I'm the guy that's lacing my brides into her gowns. I'm the only person that knows how to pin on a boutonniere and what side it goes on. We're keeping everybody on schedule, rounding everybody up. And you need somebody that's really got that kind of a personality where they're going to step in, they're going to be able to take control without being abrasive and pushy and bossy. You know what I mean? You need a cheerleader.
Yeah.
And that's all wonderful, but I do love it when I finally do get you to the reception hall and I actually get to put you in April's hands and say, here, you're with her now. My job is done. I've delivered you. Whatever happens, happens, you know. But yeah, so those are all really, really great traits with photography, I think.
Yeah, I say that over and over again in my course too. It's one of the things that I pound and pound into my brides' heads. You must meet your professionals. And if you
Absolutely.
don't meet them in person, you have to at least talk to them on the phone and
Sure.
know that you can have a communication with them, because the world is full of people and not everybody meshes. Not everyone's going to make you feel comfortable. And a photographer has to make you feel like you want to let yourself free and not where you're feeling uncomfortable with those photos. I love the engagement photo ideas. I feel like myself as a bride, I would feel more comfortable on my wedding day because I've already had my photographer all in my grill looking at my stuff. So I've
Absolutely.
had a practice run with that. So one more question. What would be your tip for a bride? Like, I know brides get stressed out. There's a lot to prepare. They want to look beautiful. If you were sitting down with a bride and you said, listen, I'm going to give you one tip here, what would it be? What insight would you want to
All
give?
right. So this is the one. Be on time. Here's kind of a pet peeve. So, we start early in the morning. We always have kind of like a back and forth with makeup artists. For some reason, a lot of makeup artists feel that it's more appropriate to do the bride's hair and makeup last,
Mm,
because for some reason they feel like doing the bride's hair and makeup last will just make it, stand up throughout the day just a little bit longer. That's
hmm
just absolutely insane. So basically, when you set up a schedule with your photographer, whatever time you guys agree upon being ready by, back up from that, whatever it is, an hour and a half, 2 hours, and get your tush in that chair.
Yeah.
Now, listen, I know it's a wedding day. It's never going to go exactly as planned, but please make sure that, you do the best you can to actually really get seated, get started on time. You know what? We're working for you and you're expecting a certain service from us. And unless we have a certain amount of time to create that stuff, I
Yeah.
mean, we can't give you what you want.
Yeah, that's so true. And I've seen that time and time again. And really, the bride her hair and makeup should be done first. So while the rest of the bridal party is finished, you can now take that bride and
Exactly.
begin her day instead of waiting for her. That is a huge tip. I really agree with you on that, because then the bride also has more time to make sure she gets all those images she wants. Staying on schedule is really key. And this is another thing I talk about in the course. Proper planning and organization is everything. When you have a plan, on my course, I have a day of timeline that takes you from the minute you wake up, and it goes through all the things you need to do, like scheduling time to eat on the morning of your wedding, making sure you get your hair and makeup done, how much time you need to accomplish all of that. Because when you step back and you overview the day, you can see, wow, I only left myself 15 minutes for hair and makeup. I have to make that longer. Preparing before the day rolls around so that, like Jeff said, you have enough time to get all of those amazing images you want. A photographer can't do magic if he has 5 minutes to create 20 portraits. It's just not going to happen. And on your wedding day, things flow fast. You're going to go from the reception to your cocktail hour. It flows so fast. So having a plan of making sure you have time to get everything accomplished is key. So Jeff, thank you so much for your tips. You've been amazing. I know I've seen you over the years, and the one thing I will say about you is you have a lot of passion for what you're doing. You know what you're doing too. So if anybody has any questions, you can comment below and contact the both of us if you need anything. And remember, guys, your wedding can be amazing. Just make easy plans and contact me, and I am so happy to help. Make your wedding amazing. Thank you for being here on our Pro Series with Jeff from Impressions Photo and Video. Have an amazing day, everybody. Hi, my name is April Kelly with Make Your Wedding Amazing. I'm here to tell you about a new course that I've created, which is a step-by-step, foolproof, detailed system to guide you through all of your wedding plans. I take you from picking the right date, making sure there's no circus in town, to planning out the most amazing flow for your reception, as well as looking amazing on your wedding day. On my course, we have tips from pros, the latest trends, things that you might want to think about, checklists, timelines, and you are not going to miss a thing. I'm going to be there to help you. We're going to go on live Q&As. We're going to go on live video streams. I'm going to answer all of your questions so that you are never stressed out, you are never overwhelmed, and you always have someone that you can call and say, hey, I want to know about this, or can you help me through that? Or what do you think about this? And I will help you. I've done 2,500 weddings and made them amazing, and I can help you make your wedding amazing as well. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at aprilkelly@makeyourweddingamazing.com. All right, let's do this. Let's make your wedding amazing.